Hey y'all, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to talk about my most anticipated fall releases. Y'all, so we have got so many good books coming out this fall and in the spring and winter time. Can't wait to do that one as well. But today we're going to talk about the ones coming out in September, October, November, and early December. These are going to be the ones that I know of. There are some that I may not be aware of that are coming out. Please let me know your favorites and most anticipated releases down below. If these are on your list, or if there's some that I have left out that you are most excited about, maybe I didn't know about, or maybe they just didn't make my list. Either way, let's chat in the comments about some that you are most excited about as well. We're excited to make this video because it's been a while since I've done anything like this. I think the last one I did might have been last fall. I just haven't kept up with releases as far as making videos, but I finally got my stuff together and made a list. So we're here. I do have a graphic that I plan to post on Instagram. Now, some of the books in this video are going to be kind of honorable mentions that have not made the graphic, but hey, we're here, it's fine. I may need it, maybe I just need to do a part 2. I don't know. But either way, I'm still going to post my top most anticipated releases on Instagram, and then we'll chat about some honorable mentions in this video that may not make the graphic. How about that? So yeah, without further ado, let's go. So for the very first one on this list is definitely going to be Toni Shillow's You Make It Feel Like Christmas. I'm super excited about this. I am on her launch team, and I love Toni Shillow's books. They're always great faith content, and just really nice characters. Always a good time. So this is a novella, Christmas novella, and this releases on September the 5th. This is about Star Lewis. She is going home for the holidays jobless and single. She's dragged into a holiday season full of activities that leads up to her sister's uber romantic Christmas Eve wedding to her ex-boyfriend. Girl, we got some family stuff going on in here. What? I'm just saying. But her brother's best friend, Waylon, he attends the family's Thanksgiving dinner, and she starts to wonder if maybe coming home for Christmas ain't so bad after all. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. I'm definitely going to be reading this in September. I'm not necessarily in the Christmas mood just yet, but I think maybe by September this will start getting me in the mood for Christmas. The next book on the list, is speaking of Christmas, is All's Fair in Love and Christmas by Sarah Monzon. I read one of her Christmas books last year. It had some autism representation. I loved it. Loved it as an autism mama. That was just such a blessing to my soul last year, you guys. I loved it. So this year, I'm really excited to read this. I've already pre-ordered it. So it says, every December, 2 things are guaranteed for graphic designer Mackenzie Graham: Christmas celebrations and the annual promotion at her workplace. Those 2 things are by no means mutually exclusive. In fact, the better an employee is at harnessing the Christmas spirit, the more likely they'll win the job. With her social anxiety, so I've got some social anxiety representation here, Mackenzie never thought she'd be a contender in her company's holiday competition. So how exactly has she found herself dueling her workplace crush with wrapping paper tubes and using tinsel as her weapon of choice for a much-needed raise? So I'm here for this. Jeremy Fletcher's life is meticulously planned out, including how to win this year's promotion at work. Not only will the new position fulfill some of his career goals, but the raise will help him as a single guardian to his twin niece and nephew. Jeremy has barely noticed Mackenzie Graham around the office, but now that she's his rival, he can't stop thinking about her. Oh my goodness, I'm here for this. 'Tis the season for romance, faith, and humor, all wrapped into an enchanting holiday rom-com. We here, Sarah Monzon. I'm here for this, okay? How many times can I say I'm here for this in this video? I really am. So yeah, really excited about that one, y'all. And forgive me for any mistakes I make in these descriptions, synopsis. Honey, reading out loud, what is it? But hey, transparency here. I'll keep some blunders. Anyway, next on the list is On Moonberry Lake by Varni, and this comes out on September 26th. I'm really interested in this. I read the synopsis. It's very, very intriguing.
Cora Matthews has long wondered why her mother stopped talking to her. What am I saying? Cora Matthews has long wondered why her mother stopped taking her to.
Cora Matthews has long wondered why her mother stopped taking her to visit her grandparents' lodge in the small Northwoods, Minnesota town of Moonberry Lake. Now, after burying her mother and breaking off her engagement just 2 weeks before her wedding, Cora has a chance to find out. Once there, she is stunned to learn the old lodge is her inheritance, with a surprising condition attached. Now, I love a good, inheritance story, what's going to happen with everything. It is sad when we have, the mother passing away and everything, of course. So if that's a trigger, just be aware of that. And it sounds like her engagement has been broken off, obviously. It sounds like she's going to have a fresh start here in this new town. Maybe, so then it says, maybe some time to regroup on the shores of a beautiful lake is just what Cora needs to figure out what's next for her. But her days on the lake are anything but relaxing. The only thing that's a bigger mess than her own life is the dilapidated building she's living in. Add a cantankerous handywoman, an angry neighbor, and an elderly woman who spends all her time talking to the residents in this, quote, residents in the cemetery, and Cora's not sure she can stick it out. But if she can, she may find a love she never expected from the most unexpected people imaginable. This homespun tale of new friendships, sweet romance, and ordinary miracles will have you wishing you could spend a summer or a lifetime on Moonberry Lake. So I'm very interested in this. We've got some contemporary vibes, sweet romance on the side maybe. We'll see kind of what happens with all of this. Sounds like we've got just a whole brand new start for this character, and I really want to know her story. And we have got book number 6 in the Gone to the Dog series. This is A New Leash on Life by Kathleen Barlow. And this comes out on October the 1st. The whole series has been fun. I talked a lot about this series. We've got some great just characters, veterinary clinic settings, you know, animals. If you're a dog lover, you're going to love this. So, cute Christian cozy mystery series. They don't have any deaths. So I've talked extensively about this series. But this one says, Becky and Sam, their romance has cooled. He is busy teaching at the vet school, and she's busy with her restaurant and antique shop. What Sam hasn't told her is his PTSD, which manifests mostly with nightmares, makes him believe he's damaged goods. But that is about to change when he meets Vivolt, Vivolt, a Belgian, now you know I can't say this, I don't know dogs. Basically, a Belgian retired military working dog. A tornado hits Brenham, Texas. There is damage in the downtown area, as well as in nearby Round Top, where Becky's restaurant is situated. Sam offers to help her clean up and introduce her to Vivolt, and for a while, it's like the old days, only with a MWD supervising. Becky and Sam are exhausted by the work, but it is only as Becky is locking up they realize that Vivolt is gone. The pair search but don't find the dog. Would someone steal a military hero? And what will Sam do without the help of his friend? So, very interesting. The dog goes missing. We've got to figure out where's the dog. Got some very interesting characters here. Very excited about this one. Okay. I still need to read book 5 though. So, I'm behind. Anyway, another book that I don't know the release date for, y'all, that I'm super pumped about. I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. That is Pepper Basham's Hope Like Wildflowers. This is Kizzy McAdams' story. And when I seen this, I was like, girl, there's no cover yet, okay? By the filming this video, I don't have a cover. But I was like, Pepper! I'm so excited because, let me tell y'all, Laurel's Dream and Heart of the Mountains. Okay, I'm going to get them out. We're going to look at them. I'll show y'all. Anyway, these were some of my favorite books of the year last year. I loved both of these. I'm pretty sure it was last year or the year before. Either way, I've loved both of these books. These are great Appalachian stories. Blue Ridge Mountains. Just great historical romance stories, okay? Love them. And so at the end, we have like this mystery surrounding one of the sisters in the story, Kizzy. And when she posted this, I screenshot it, okay? Coming in October, okay? Cover reveal coming soon. Here we go. Pepper girl, I'm excited. I cannot wait. Cannot wait for this. So yeah, that's coming sometime this October from what I've understood. Barber Publishing. I don't have any of the details other than that, and I wanted to include it. So that's why I've kind of been holding off on posting my graphic, because I want to include this book on there if the cover comes out before September 1st. So I'm waiting on doing that because I really want to include it. Okay, I got one more space on this graphic. So this is kind of the graphic I've started, y'all, and I ended up moving these two over so I can have one more space. And I'm like, Pepper, it's for that book, so I can't wait for the cover, I'm telling you. All right, anyway. So just wanted to mention that really quick. All right.
What else? Where was I? All right, so this video. Okay, so the
next book is Jamie Jo Wright's The Lost Boys of Barlow Theater. Now, y'all know Jamie Jo Wright. I have loved 2 of her books so far. One of them I did DNF when I first started. It was The Souls of Lost Lake. But Echoes Among the Stones and The Vanishing at Castle Monroe were top tier favorites. And I think this one's going to be a favorite too. So we'll see. We'll see. It's always a risk for me with spooky books or kind of creepy vibes. But you never know. Her books have some really nice endings. And so we're just going to see where it goes. Editing Amanda. This book comes out on October the 10th. I forgot to say that. So back to the video. As Barlow Theater stole the life of Greta Mercy's brother during its construction. Now in 1915, the completed theater appears every bit as deadly.
When Greta's
When Greta's younger brother goes missing after breaking into the building, Greta engages the assistance of a local police officer to help her uncover the already ghostly secrets of the theater. But when help comes from an unlikely source, Greta decides that to save her family, she must put the threat of the phantoms to rest. Decades later, Kit, because dual timeline, okay? Decades later, Kit Boyd's best friend vanishes during a ghost walk at the Barlow Theater. Now, I'm not one for ghost stories much, but we will see how I feel on this, okay? I am excited, but I have, like, my guard up. Okay, anyway, his friend vanishes during a ghost walk at the theater. Old stories of mysterious disappearances and ghoulish happenings are revived. When television ghost hunting host and skeptic Evan Fisher engages Kit in the quest to identify the truth behind the theater's history, Kit reluctantly agrees to work with him in hopes of also finding out what happened to her friend. So we've got this theater curse. There's all this history here. We will see what goes down, okay? I'm here for it, but I got my guard up, girl. Okay, you know how I be. Y'all know how I am, okay? Y'all know my level is like, okay, where's the unsettling, stop? But Jamie Jo always has a nice faith element in her endings, and I really want to see how this goes. All right, next on the list comes out on October 17th, and that is Marshaling Her Heart by Mary Keneally. And I really enjoyed book 1, Forged in Love. Book 2 is The Laws of Attraction, and I gave it 4 stars. I wanted more of the romance in book 2. It does have some of the feminist leanings a little bit more than I would like in a book 2. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about book 3. We'll see how this goes. But this is following Becky Pruitt, and she's a character we have followed throughout the story. And I can't say too much, but the Deadeye Gang, again, they still on the loose. Nate and Becky's story pretty much in this. He's a former U.S. Marshal, and he believes that Becky's ranch might be the best spot for a group of marshals to use as a base and hide out to find this Deadeye Gang, it sounds like. So this is the conclusion to this series, it says. So yeah, it says an exhilarating blend of humor, romance, and adventure. So I'm really interested to see where book 3 lands for me. The next book on this list is Julia Monroe Begins Again by Rebecca Millett. And I hope I'm saying that name right. But I think she's a debut author of Bethany House. Editing it again. This one comes out on October 24th. Forgot to say, but here we are, October 24th. This says Julia Monroe has just turned 40 and hopes this next decade goes much better than the last, in which she has become a young widow raising 2 children on her own. With both her boys off to college, it's time for new beginnings, and she can finally focus on expanding her New Orleans-based cleaning business, but God has other plans. Samuel Reed, the ruggedly handsome Green Beret who broke her heart over 20 years ago, so we've got a second chance romance, y'all, has returned to town and is the kind of distraction she never saw coming. After their first interaction in years leaves her mind spinning, her emotions out of control, Julia knows she needs to keep her distance from him if she wants any chance of keeping history from repeating itself. Her meddling best friend has other plans to throw them together. It seems inevitable that Julia will have to face her past with Samuel, but only if she can work up the courage to embrace the kind of new beginning she never thought she'd see again. So yeah, second chance romance, character in their 40s. I love this setup here. We're going to see how this goes. I'm really excited about this one. I love this cover too. It's gorgeous. On the list is The Letter Tree by Rachel Fordham. Y'all, I loved Where the Road Bends. Y'all already know it was one of my favorite books of the year last year. Here we are with another book by her, and I'm super excited to read more by her. I've got some others on my shelf that I need to read by her, but at least one other I know. Why can I not remember to tell y'all in this video when these books come out? Amanda, this one comes out October 31st, so back to the video. It says, mere words can't end their family's feud, but the Campbell heir and the Bradshaw heiress plan to write a future together. Oh, and I just say it! Buffalo, New York, 1924. Laura Bradshaw adores stories with happily ever afters, but since her mother died 7 years ago, Bradshaw Shoe Company heiress has been as good as locked away in a tower. Her overbearing father cares little for her dreams, throwing himself instead into his tireless takedown of his competitor, the Campbell Shoe Company. However, Laura has been gifted with a mysterious friend with whom she's been exchanging letters. As heir to the Campbell Shoe Company, Isaac Campbell is a sought-after bachelor who has never felt an inkling of desire for the women who constantly back their eyes at him. His thoughts are consumed by an oak tree in the Buffalo Zoo, or rather the mystery woman he exchanges letters with, courtesy of the tree. She's been one of Isaac's only joys in a life consumed by his father's tireless hatred of Bradshaw. A hatred that Isaac is coming to realize may affect him more personally than he ever imagined. When Laura's father orchestrates a match between her and an important business owner, she resolves to pursue her only chance at freedom. But Isaac believes their story isn't bound for a tragic ending. He's certain there's more to the Bradshaw-Campbell feud than meets the eye, and he won't stop digging until he uncovers the truth that might bridge the divide between him and the woman whose words have captured his heart. Y'all, doesn't this sound so good? I'm here for all of this. I have pre-ordered it, and I'm going to be reading it this fall. I'm really interested in this. I think it's going to be great. Very, very, very interesting storyline. I'm here. Also, all of these books will be linked down below if you want to pre-order them. Highly recommend Baker Book House. Okay, that's where I pre-order books. Baker Book House, always a great time. Okay. You might get signed book plates sometimes. You might get extra swag. You never know. Just thought I'd put that in there because I forgot to say that at the beginning of this video. So the next on my list comes out November 14th, and that is To Spark a Match by Jen Toronto. And y'all, you know that book one, I already said this in one of my other videos. Book one, A Match in the Making, so good. This is book two. I'm here. Cannot wait to read this. This says, after 5 unsuccessful seasons on the Marriage Mart. I'm already laughing at this. I can't. Okay, she always makes me laugh. Jen Toronto always makes me laugh. Miss Adelaide, honey, my southern accent. Adelaide Devine has resigned herself to the notion that she's destined to remain a spinster forever. Remain a spinster forever. Woo! Okay, as the more I read. Okay, anyway, I'm messing up. A rather dismal prospect, but one that will allow her to concentrate on her darling cats and books. However, when she inadvertently stumbles upon Mr. Gideon Abbott engaged in a clandestine activity during a dinner party, Adelaide finds herself thrust into a world of intrigue that resembles the plots in the spy novels she devours. Former intelligence agent Gideon feels responsible for Adelaide after society threatens to banish her because of the distractions she's caused to save his case. Hoping to return the favor, he turns to a good friend and one of high society's leaders to take Adelaide in hand and turn her fashionable. I cannot wait for this one. I'm telling y'all, the humor, the banter, the characters. I love Jen Toronto, y'all. The next on this list comes out November 21st, and that is Rocky Mountain Promise by Misty Beller. Y'all, I read book one, and that was Rocky Mountain Rendezvous. Really enjoyed it at 4 stars, so I knew when this one was coming out, I had to put this on the list because I just love the characters. I fell in love with the setting. And so in this one, this is all following Laura Lee. I loved her in the first book. She's one of the sisters in the first book, so yeah, Laura Lee Collins, and says she's the one who has this heart for animals, and that's exactly what it says. She possesses a soft heart for any animal in need. She finds a buffalo calf bawling beside its mother's lifeless body. She can't help but bring it home to raise on the ranch that she and her sisters are building in the Rocky Mountain wilderness. Little does she realize that its white coloring is rare and considered sacred by Native Americans, which makes it highly valuable to them and the European trappers. A flood of men visit the ranch to regard the marvel, some trying to woo her into marriage so she'll bring the buffalo calf along as dowry, and others trying to steal it outright. When the men's advances become more sinister, she approaches Tanner Mason, the quiet and mysterious owner of the new trading post, with an idea. She and the calf will move to his post along with her family's trusted Blackfoot friend. This will solve both their problems, bringing customers to his trade room and protecting her family from trouble brought on by so many strangers. Like a good story. I'm here for this. I loved Laura Lee in the last book, so yeah, definitely one I'm going to be reading this fall. Next on the list comes out on December the 1st, and that is the Juliet Code by Pepper Basham. We got another Pepper Basham on this list. She is blessing us with so many books this year. Love it. And this one is book 3 in the Freddie and Grace mystery series. Y'all, book 1 is Mistletoe Countess, book 2 is The Cairo Curse. Loved both of those. I'm really excited to see what happens in this next adventure between our characters. I love them. They are going to Italy! So, book 1 was in England, book 2 was in Egypt, and now book 3 is in Italy, and I'm here. I love a good story set in Italy. In this one, it says, they finally reached their honeymoon destination, only to encounter a new mystery in need of solving. honey. Frederick and Grace, they finally made it to Italy. They're enjoying their honeymoon and the beauties of historic city of Venice. To their surprise, their friend, Detective Jack Miracle, is also in the city investigating a series of art heists, starting at the house of eccentric millionaire Larrabee Covington. I am trying to pronounce good. Drawn into a world of boat races, mysterious houses, and parties of the rich and unusual in Venice, Frederick and Grace learn of the existence of the Juliet paintings. Those are like Renaissance paintings that feature Shakespeare's tragic heroine, rumored to hold a secret code to an underground vault of similarly treasured artwork assumed lost over centuries. I'm here for this. I'm here for this. Again, how many times can I say I'm here for this in a video? But we're here. I've already got it pre-ordered, by the way. So, yeah, you already know. Pepper Basham is an auto-author for me. So, yeah, y'all get your pre-orders in. Okay, back your book house. I'm telling y'all, last one on my, quote, official list, and then I have, like, a secondary list, right? Because we love books. But, is a, what's this called? A Winter by the Sea by Julie Klassen. And this is book 2 on her On Devonshire Shores series.
We have things falling there.
Book 1 was The Sisters of Seaview. It looks like this. Gorgeous cover. I have not read it. But book 2, I know anything Julie Klassen, I need it, okay? It's my Julie Klassen shelf up top. So, I've read 3 of her books so far, I think. Yeah, 3 of her books so far and really enjoyed them. Can't wait to read book 1. The audiobook I keep delaying. Like, I know I'm going to read it, but like I hadn't had time to get to it. So book 2, A Winter by the Sea. I'm not going to read the synopsis for this one, honestly, because I don't want to, like, no, I don't know if it's going to be spoiler because I haven't read book 1. But book 1 follows 2 sisters, the Summers sisters, Sarah Summers and Viola Summers, on the Devonshire coast, where they discover power of friendship, loyalty, love, and new beginnings. So, yeah, book 2, it says Summer sisters are called to host 3 of the royal couple's male staff in their seaside house. Mysterious secrets, sweet possibility of romance. That's all we need to know. I don't want to get spoiled, so I'm really just trying to like scan the best I can. I'm definitely going to be reading book 1 soon because I got to read book 2 this year. I need to just dive into my Julie Klassen era. Okay, I need to get those done. Woo, that was a lot. So let's talk about some honorable mentions because I made this graphic a while back and now there's been some other books coming up on my radar that I'm super excited about. One thing I will mention is if you are a fan of the Melody Carlson Christmas novellas every year, this is her newest, A Royal Christmas. I thought this came out in September, but I got it early in my pre-order. So I did not sign up to review this, but I do want to try to read this Christmas. I have enjoyed several of her Christmas novellas, some more than others. We'll see how this one goes. This is Adelaide Smith is Too Busy for Fairy Tales. She's been working hard to put herself through law school, determined to stay focused on her goals. She receives a letter notifying her that she is a direct descendant of King Maximilian, the ruler of a small European principality called Montovia. I can't say words. And she's like, what? No, that's the stuff of cheesy made for TV movies, not real life. Still, curiosity gets the best of her, leading to a Christmas break trip chock full of surprises, including a charming village, opulent, a palace. I can't say a word. A palace. Family mysteries, royal jealousies, a handsome young member of parliament, and the chance at a real-life fairy tale romance. So, yeah, it sounds interesting. Sometimes novellas, you never know. It's like, is there enough pages to really get me the full story and have me have that 5-star level? We'll see. I loved her one last year. It was 5 stars for me because it was more of like that family element versus romance. So, well, for Christmas. So, I loved it last year. Hopefully, I will enjoy this one. We will see. It's definitely on my TBR for Christmas, but I'm not going to read it probably till like November, December time frame for sure. Then I want to share something with you guys that I think is awesome. This author reached out to me, and you know, on Instagram we get a lot of author especially indie author requests to honestly read and review books, and we can't always agree to everyone. You know, that's one thing. It's hard. I try to respond to people when I can, but it's hard because we're just so busy, right? But this author, when she reached out, I was like, yes, girl. Okay, because y'all know I'm in my cowboy romance era, and I was like, immediately yes. Okay, so, yeah, Mandi Blake, she is a sweetheart. I've never read anything by her, but a lot of you all, when I posted about this, were saying, yes, I love this series. So I have to talk about this because her book 6 comes out in September in this series, the Wolf Creek Ranch series. I have not yet read these, but they are supposed to be clean Christian, I talk too much, clean Christian cowboy romance. And that's all I needed to know. And I really like these covers because, like, a lot of people I know are doing, like, the more, which we'll talk about some of these in a minute, but, like, the more of, like, the illustrated covers. And I like those. But you don't see a lot of lifestyle images anymore. And so, I don't know, something about these just took me back to, like, the Becky Wade, you know, the Becky Wade lifestyle images. It just took me back, you know. So, I'm going to put that back up there because I'll be struggling to get that back on the shelf. But these just took me back. And I'm here for this. So I read the prologue for the first one and I was like, I need to know. So yeah, this first book is Truth is a Whisper. Second book is, oh wait, that ain't second book. I got these out of order. Almost Everything is book 2. Anyway, I cannot believe she sent me these. I said, girl, she was so sweet because I said, you could just send them to me on my Kindle. But she was so sweet to send me these in the mail. Thank you so much, Mandi, for this, because when I saw them in person, I was like, oh my goodness, I've got to take a picture. The only exception, I'm here for this, like in the fall. I'm just saying, in the fall, these are the perfect books for fall, by the way. Better Together is book 4. And then book 5 is The Other Side. And it just, I need all the cheese, the romance, the love, the cuteness. I need that in the fall and like Christmas season. It's like Hallmark movie style. And I don't know if these are like that, but they just give me that vibe, you know? And I think a lot of us are that way. We enjoy these things. And the other thing she sent me, y'all, oh my goodness, let me just share it. In my cowboy romance era, yes, girl. So I was so excited. Plus all of these little bookmarks for each in the series. So thank you so much, Mandi, for this. But her book number 6, I think I took a screenshot of it. I think I did. Let me see, where's it at? Forever After All. Sorry, I'm struggling. Forever After All. Okay. Now, that comes out September. But I'm going to start with book 1 because she said you could read these technically as standalones, but your experience is most likely better always, in my opinion, when you start from the beginning. So, why not? I may end up binging these. We will see. We will see. Okay, now I gotta get these back in order because I want to tell y'all about book 1. Okay, now, book 1, I want to tell y'all a little bit about it while we're here, okay? I read the prologue, and we had this girl, Ava, and this guy, Jameson. And I think it's going to be second chance romance. Like, it starts off, and I think they had just met, and they were really interested in each other, and her mother's, like, narcissistic and saying, you know, you can't be with him and all this stuff, and, like, she's pretty much dragging her away, and they're moving away and all this stuff, and they're both devastated, because they were really getting to know each other and just sad about this, and so they're pulled apart, and then they're cuts to 6 years later. I need to know, okay? I need to know. So, yeah, second chance romance is not always my favorite trope, I will say, but I really liked the way she had the writing style in the prologue. I literally was reading it out loud to Amy. I was like, girl, we need to read this. She was like, I'm here for this too. So, yeah, I mean, I just had to tell y'all about this because this author was just so genuine and sweet. And I love her posts on Instagram. And like I said, I've not read the book. But if you are into cowboy romances, check these out. Because I'm sure they'll be great. This has great reviews on Goodreads, I saw. So, I know one of my friends gave it at least 4 or 5 stars. So, yeah, I'm here. So, I wanted to mention this just because it's a recent book haul. And her book 6 is coming out in September. Honorable mention there since it just happened. I didn't have time to, like, get it all together. But, yeah, just wanted to mention that. The last thing I want to share with you guys, I'm sure that you all have seen these on Instagram. I am so excited about these. I've been sharing them in my stories. I'm here, okay, and they are fall rom-coms, a whole series. All these authors, fall clean rom-coms, y'all. And like, I need this. I pre-ordered the first 2 at least, okay? So, I need to calm down. I'm so excited though.
I need to calm down. I'm so excited though.
These, have y'all seen these? Look at this, okay? I'll put covers here of each one I talk about. As of the filming of this video, the last 2 are not yet cover revealed, right? But we're going to talk about them, okay? I'll tell you the authors at least. So, if I'm not being clear enough, this is a fall rom-com series. I think it's set in the same general town, but you can read them independently from what they've said. But they have like a similar vibe, sweater weather series, I think is what it's called. And I'm super excited about this. I know so many people have been posted about these, And it's just a really cool project that I think these authors are doing, and I want to share it with you guys. So if you haven't heard, Emma St. Clair is the first book, and it's called Just Don't Fall. And I've screenshotted like the tropes so I could tell y'all. I pre-ordered this one for sure. Book, we have tropes of hockey, fake dating, brother's best friend, childhood crush, workplace, and never been kissed. I pre-ordered it immediate because fake dating is one of my favorites. Okay, really. The next one is by Melanie Jacobson, The Fallback Plan. And that one is enemies to lovers, which you know I like if it's done right, right? A hot sheriff, bully turned nice guy, chosen family, sworn off love, all grown up, returned to hometown, single dad. I love a good single dad story too. I don't know what it is. So yeah, I pre-ordered that one as well. Then Courtney Walsh, Can't Help Falling. And her tropes are brother's best friend, reformed bad boy, brainy heroine, hopeless romantic / cynic, opposites attract, childhood friends, and a smidge of secret identity. Hers comes out September 14th. Melanie Jacobson comes out September 7th. So, sorry if I didn't say that. Then there is Julie Christensen, Faking the Fall, September 21st. And it's fake dating, celebrity plus hometown girl, college crush, secret pining, and forced proximity. Yeah. The one that just got released is Karina Taylor, Easy as Pie, okay? And did I even screenshot the tropes on it? I may not have. This one is a best friends to lovers story. Now, I've still not read enough rom-coms to know if friends to lovers is a favorite trope yet or not. It depends on the book. So, I'm going to keep reading rom-coms and seeing, but this one is a best friends to lovers story. So, those are the ones that have been cover revealed so far. And the next one that comes out is going to be Savannah Scott. Hers releases October the 5th, and Jenny Proctor is October 12th. So, yeah, I don't know the titles or the information on those two yet because I'm filming this today. When these two haven't been released yet, but I'm really excited about all this. This series sounds so much fun, perfect for fall. The covers are giving all the fall vibes. I don't know if I'm going to read all of them. I'm going to at least try to read one or two this fall. I mean, the ones that were on this graphic are like my priorities, right? That the first ones that I mentioned, and then these were honorable mentions, but I wanted to tell y'all because I know some of y'all are rom-com lovers out there, and in case you have missed this, check it out. You know, I will link the ones that have been released down below so far that I can find, all that stuff, but just keep your eye out for these and make sure you're following these authors on Instagram because those ladies post a lot of great things on Instagram. They have Kindle deals every now and then, so yeah, check them out. Sorry if I missed any, but those are the ones I know of right now that I'm most excited for. Let me know your most anticipated releases for this fall. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, y'all!